I welcome you guys back to my next course over here, which is course 9. I have over 300 courses. I realize that this one is the illusion of denial. I need you to understand that those people who are in denial are the people who are mentally ill. I need you to understand to never be in denial of anything. I need you to understand to go and allow yourself to prosper and to be abundant and to be richer. I need you always to do something greater than yourself today. I need you to understand that when your greatness in life, you'll be a prosperous person. You understand that denial will never get you there. I need you to open doors today. I need you to understand to open doors every single day to become a better person, because you deserve to have freedom. You deserve to be someone of greatness today. Realize that when you're doing that each and every single day, you'll learn every single day about the crowd. When you're on street performance, and I mean when you're inside street performance and you're doing a nice beautiful public speaking speech during the economic crisis of the world outside of me, you understand that no matter what, you guys understand that there is a crisis outside of you right now, although it's never really your crisis. I realize here I am lifting you up in the process. I realize that nothing out there can ever solve anything inside. I promise you, it's only I that can solve everything in my life. I realize that I can never look to other people to solve my problems. I realize I have to do that. I have to always solve my problems each and every single day to make sure that I gain greater responsibility, which is leadership. I need greater leadership in life so I can take more accountability in my life, so I can give more accountability and also more responsibility and also more abundance and money and whatever you need. I realize it's about ideas every single day. I realize it's about being in front of a crowd and being a person who understands greatness. I need you to understand greatness every single day. I need you to entice people to be great every single day. I need you to perform and to perform in the best kind of way. I need you to understand kindness every single day. I need you to always look at people in the eyes. I need you to smile all the time. I can always smile. I can do anything. I thank you very much. I realize it's always beautiful when you have people looking at you and you understand it's a connection symbol. You have to understand that connection symbol means never being in denial today. I need you to understand that those people who are in denial today are the ones who are really never doing good. I need you to understand that people who have information today, I realize that they are the ones who are going to be richer. I need you to understand to gain more knowledge every single day. I realize that, I thank you very much. I realize that each and every single time you're a person who really understands something greater, you're going to be somebody who understands you can do better each and every single day. You have to understand each and every single day you're doing something to be productive. You be lifting all the time. You be lifting and you never discourage other people about what they're doing. You need to be a person who understands there's always something greater in you. So make sure no matter what, they're always allowing and forgiving yourself each and every single day. You always have to be positive in life. You have to understand that negativity is never going to make you anything better. You have to understand that negative people are in denial. I need you to understand it's an illusion in terms of life. You have to understand that you be a person who understands you have an ego, and the ego is illusional. I promise you, it's really a fake idea. I promise you that your ego is your biggest critic every single day. And you should understand that each and every single day, you have a problem with somebody who's public speaking on the street, I promise you, 3 fingers are pointed back at you. Because guess what? It's never about other people, or it's about you today. I realize it's really about growing you every single day. I realize that no matter what, there is no sickness outside of us. I realize that no matter what, most of the media is lying to you about the coronavirus outside of you. I realize it's not about that. I realize you would understand no matter what, you never ever be lied to in your life. You have to understand, you have to look yourself inside, and you have to understand that it's really from the inside out. I realize it's never from the outside in, because those people who are outside in are the ones who are in denial every single day. I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that every single day you are a person who is greater. I realize that today I went and branded myself. I took some photos on myself today. I pumped some music with my portable speaker. I also put my portrait with me, and I put some nice beautiful promotional techniques on the floor while I photo shoot myself. I realize it's a nice beautiful idea, and I can also paste my beautiful nice big poster as well, so that's a nice beautiful idea too. I realize that the more ideas you give while you photo shoot, the better. I realize now each and every single time I do a photo shoot, I'll set up like this as well. I realize that's the whole point of my photo shoot today. I realize that no matter what, each and every single day you have to set up for a better performance. You have to do something better than every single day. I always need you to be better. I need you to understand that when you're about to hiccup or something, I need you to hiccup, I need you to realize to allow yourself to forgive yourself and never ever beat yourself across the head. I need you to understand that your legacy is important, your name is important, and guess what? You have to build it today. You have to build your legacy. I will promise you, no matter what, I'm here to help you. I'm your friend. I need you to understand that when you look at people in disgust, realize that you look at yourself in disgust, because guess what? You are the reflection of the 5 people you surround yourself with today. So be that kind of person who understands that every single day I get up on the street performance and I do a public speaking gig. Or else you can find me. You can find 3 hours every single day I do of nice, beautiful public speaking and beautiful, 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 beautiful positivity I give every single day. Because guess what? I have to improve my life. I have to improve my communication skills. I have to be a greater person than I am. I have to understand communication skills is in my heart. Thank you very much. Realize that each and every single day, you're a person doing greater. You're going to understand, you will see many jealous faces as you're succeeding more and more. You have to understand, you lift them anyway. You never hate the haters, you never become a hater by hating. You have to understand, you let them hate you while you lift them up. Honestly, that's the only way. You're only a person today who is a divine being, who understands that your truth must be living in the moment and also increasing your wisdom, which is Jesus' wisdom today. As you would understand, Jesus is the first teacher in the planet. I promise you. I promise you, nobody else can teach like Jesus. I promise you, you must also teach. You must be a teacher. You must understand there's always something greater to do each and every single day. You always have to understand there's nothing to be afraid of, because guess what? When you're afraid, it's really your ego that's afraid. You have to understand that your ego gets afraid of life. I promise you, you have to overcome the ego with your heart. You have to be a person who is in the heart and living in the heart all the time. You have to understand always to have a better attitude in life. You have to always do better. I've slept.
Sure.
I've slept.
Sure.
I've
Get off
slept.
the mat, brother. Get off the mat.
I thank you very much. I thank you. I realize no matter what, that this gentleman over here is calling me that I've been on the meth. I realize no matter what, I'm not on the meth. I realize I'm never on the meth. I was on the meth before, although you understand that it's never the way to go. I promise you that I've got nothing to lie about. I promise you, although I was a junkie before, I realize that today I'm sober over 6 years now. So be that kind of person. And you should understand that if you're a person calling other people on the meth, I promise you that's you. I promise you if you say someone is on the meth, I promise you that's you who's saying that you're on the meth. I promise you, although never get yourself on the methamphetamines, I never need you to get the drugs. And you should understand to stay away from the pharmaceutical medications, because that's going to make you in denial. And you should understand to never be that kind of person who is doing drugs, because you'll be in denial and you'll increase your ego. And when you increase your ego, you'll increase the Hitler nature in you, where you'll go killing 20 million people. You have to understand to never do that and never go the Hitler's way, whereas the drugs and alcohol. I need you to understand to never go that way, because that's never the way to go. I need you to understand to go and boost your career and boost the person you are, and boost your muscles and boost your health every single day. I thank you very much. I realize you need to be that kind of person each and every single day. You have to do something each and every single day to improve your heart. I mean, work out your heart every single day. You can work out with writing, you can do it with exercise, you can do it with stretching. I thank you very much. You can be agility every single day. You have to understand to go and increase your exercise capacity every single day to do something foundational that's going to grow you. I realize that it's day 14 for me today. I realize that when I'm doing it for me, I'm doing it for something greater. I realize that I'm always more confident in front of a crowd. You also have to do this too. You have to understand to be in front of a crowd. You have to understand you have to be in front of a crowd and increase your attention span, which is your business, which is your face. I realize that your face is your business. I realize your face is your brand. Your name is your legacy. I need you to increase your name today. I need you to understand to go and do it today. I need you to be someone in your heart. I need you to understand that those people who have a heart are never in denial. I promise you they're the ones giving more. I promise you they're the people who are generous more. I promise you I started off very beautifully today with a new experience, because I've been photo shooting myself for the past year. I've been photo shooting myself for the past year, and I'm not shit, although you understand that I'm much better than everything I say. I just make sure to always pronounce my words better, and that way I was pumping music and techno on the way, and I understand I promoted myself with my beautiful portrait over here and my business cards, and also I found another idea where I can add my poster also while I'm actually photo shooting. So you can check my Instagram for all my photo shoots. Otherwise, I've got over 5,000 images right there. You have to understand that you go and promote yourself each and every single day. You have to be that kind of person who's doing everything in your favor to do something greater, because you have to do it much more. You have to understand that you are number one today. You have to understand to be number one in all your life, because if you put other people first, you will also die. And you should understand you never put people first, you put yourself first in something greater. And you should understand to be something greater today, and make sure you're always eating something better than what you're doing today. And you should understand you have to eat wisdom today, you have to eat some knowledge, you have to eat that, because that's everything. And you should understand that knowledge is going to increase your strength. I promise you knowledge is going to increase I promise you knowledge is going to increase your vitality, and also your confidence and your courage and everything in terms of certainty. to make sure that no matter what, you're a person who's disciplined. I realize I created a nice, beautiful vocabulary video yesterday. I realize it's a beautiful video, and I'll do one after this program. I realize no matter what, you're always boosting your vocabulary every single day. Thank you very much. You have to be that person who understands that since it's day 14 now, I've completed 42 hours of video content and public speaking in 14 days. I realize that's 42 hours in 14 days I've done of just public speaking. You have to understand that I do 3 hours a day, although it's amazing, because guess what? My confidence is tremendous now. I'm always lifting myself. I'm much more able to be in front of a crowd now. I'm much more able to talk, and my potential is skyrocketing right now. I realize that I have the better potential right here. I realize I have always a better potential because I'm better than yesterday. I'm never competing with other people. I'm making sure I'm competing with myself to be the greatest in history. I realize I have to be the greatest in my heart all the time, because that way I'll be my best version. And you should understand, you do the same. And you should understand, to be the best, you have to overcome yourself each and every single day. You have to be a better version of yourself every single day. You have to understand that's the way to go. You have to understand the way to go is freedom, and do work for free every single day, and do some courses today. I mean, if you love to play games, make a channel or something and do it for free. I don't know what you love to do, you can do it on the street today. You can do it on the street. You can do it for free, you can get yourself a microphone, and you can start your business right now. Promise you, no matter what, you can always start something on the street, and you can build your confidence such as I am right now. I'm building my confidence. I see many people look at me in terms of my eyes and everything, and I'm always increasing my confidence and making sure I'm the best in my heart. Thank you very much. I thank you. You have to also be the best in your heart to make sure no matter what, that you never fall into delusion. Because I was in delusion before. I was a schizophrenic. I was on the meth before, I was on the drugs. I'm over 6 years sober now, so guess what? It's never the way to go in terms of the drugs. I need you to understand to go sober and go freedom today. I need you to understand to work for time freedom. I thank you very much. I need you to be that kind of person every single day, to be happier. I need you to be happier when you have something greater. You have to understand, to have something greater in life. I need you to understand that whoever you are today must be greater. I need you to understand there's always a personal development strength in you, where you can develop yourself and your mentality and the way you look and everything. You have to understand there's always a way when there's a will. You have a will today to live, you're walking, you can also make sure you live your talk. Promise you that's the way to never fall into delusion and never fall into hallucinations. I need you to understand that paranoid schizophrenia is ego. I need you to understand to overcome your ego every single day. I need you to meditate more. I need you to understand to increase your vitality and information, because vitality is information. And the more information you have, the more vitality and strength you have. I promise you it's your fuel. I promise you it's your passion. I promise you the more passion you have, I promise you the more information you have today about yourself and how you're going to do greater. You have to understand it's personal development, self-help that's going to help you every single day, and spirituality. I promise you go read every single day audiobooks. You have to read daily. You have to always invest into information. You have to get your vocabulary skills up. I just realized just yesterday I read a whole bunch of vocabulary, and I realized that it's helped me tremendously to speak in front of a crowd also. I realized that no matter what, each and every single day I have to do 1 hour of vocabulary work. Even after this video, I realize that's 4 hours of video. I realize although it's going to help me to become an even greater version of myself, so it's worth it. I realize no matter what, I also re-watch my videos. 1 hour, I upload my content 1 hour every single day into my Instagram. I thank you very much. I realize I'm looking at myself 6 hours every single day, and also writing about my life all day long. I have to be better. I have to always do something better every single day. I thank you very much. You have to always make sure that you're smiling and doing something much better, and always have a better voice, and always have better talents, and always have a better ability, and always have a better perspective, and always have a better confidence in you, and always have better self-esteem, which is better confidence in you. You have to understand, you have to be better, you have to do better, you have to show the strength in you, you have to unleash the beast within you. You have to always do that for yourself. You do it for yourself for something greater. You never do it just for yourself, you do it for something greater, because something greater is you and other people, and Jesus. I promise you, just look at Jesus. I promise you, Jesus is greater. I promise you, Jesus is going to teach you everything. I promise you that you go do it for yourself, to be compassionate like Jesus. I promise you that's the greatest in history. I promise you have to be the greatest in history. I promise you, Jesus said you can do so much more than Jesus today. I promise you, Jesus is inspirational. He goes 40 days and 40 nights into the desert. I promise you, you can do the same. You have to understand that you have to be a person of great will and courage every single day. You have to understand that I'm getting more confident now. You guys can also see me today. I realize I have let go. I've let go of my emotions, and I realize I'm much more comfortable growing right now, because my comfortability is my discomfortability. I realize I have to grow in discomfort, and discomfort has become my new comfort zone. I realize that I'm just growing. I love the spotlight now. I really love it, because it's day 14 and it's 42 hours of public speaking on the street. I realize that 42 hours has really helped me to speak much greater. I realize it's really helped me to speak much greater, and I'm really much more focused and determined to be the best version of myself every single day, because every single day you have to be the best version of yourself. You have to have a better schedule. You have to understand to plan your life ahead of you. I promise you that for the next 73 years of my life, I promise you that 66 years, I'll never ever be in a 9-to-5 job. I promise you I'll never ever have to be in a 9-to-5 job in my life, because I have a nice, beautiful career, and I understand my love for myself. I love myself so much that I'll do better and better and better and better, and I'll increase my strength. Thank you very much. You have to be that kind of person always increasing your heart. You have to increase your I have a dream. I have a dream to become best. I have a dream to become the best version of myself every day. You have to understand that with I, it comes integrity. You have to understand with I comes ideas. I need to understand you need I in your life. You need I more in your life. You need to be a person who has more ideas. You have to be a person who understands there is greatness in you today. I promise you it's the ideas. I promise you that's going to make you greater. You need more ideas. Thank you very much. You need more ideas to fuel your passion. You need more courage. Thank you very much. You need more encouragement from people such as yourself. You have to encourage to gain courage. You have to encourage and motivate to gain more courage. You have to understand that it's public speaking that you need every single day. I promise you need public speaking in your life. You need to communicate every single day. You have to do something that's really going to help you every single day. I promise you that work is only work when you love it. I promise you need to love your work, and you need to do it on the street also. You have to do it for free too. You never do it for money, because when you're doing it for money, I promise you it's never work. I promise you that's a chore. I promise you that's something that you hate. I mean, when you work for money, you're going to hate it. I work for free. I love it. I work for free. I have over 350 courses of 350 hours. I give it to you for free because I love my passion. I never do it for money. I promise you, those people who do it for money are misery. I promise you, they're in misery. I promise you, you never ever work for money. Thank you very much. You be a person who understands you. You never be in misery, and you never work for money, because guess what? When you work for money, you'll go downhill and you'll be depressed about your life, because money will never solve your problems. I promise you, money never solves problems. I promise you, real estate never solves problems. I promise you, what solves problems is wisdom. You need more wisdom today so you can public speak and communicate, because I do it for free. I realize Jesus does it for free, because Jesus never worked for money, and Jesus never had $1 in his pocket. I promise you, never ever asked for $1. I promise you, he just gave you wisdom. I promise you, it's all communication to lead people and have your own disciples. I realize you can have your own followers today. I realize you can have more than Jesus Christ. You have to understand, you can do something greater and greater and greater, although you understand that the best skill on the planet is increasing your wisdom. And you can increase your wisdom today, and that's your only business today. I promise you, it's increasing your knowledge data. I realize it's increasing your knowledge base. I promise you, that's the only passion you need today. I promise you, that's the only business of your life. I promise you, just get more aware and become more conscious, because that's information. I promise you, the more information you have, the more conscious you are. I promise you. I promise you. You have to be more conscious of your life. You have to be a person who understands consciousness is awareness. And to increase your awareness is to increase your happiness. So to do that, you have to increase your information, because information is awareness. You have to understand, the more information you have, the better you are, and the less likely you are to fail. I promise you, you increase your database today, I promise you succeed more. I promise you just lift, you just be a person of high integrity. I promise you that's the whole idea. I promise you the whole idea is become a better person and look people in the eyes. I mean, I get hundreds of people, I get thousands of people today to just have a view at me. I realize they just look at my name once, I realize that's more enough for me. I realize that's more enough for me. I realize, thank you very much. I realize that I get tens and thousands of people looking at my name once. I promise you that's a beautiful promotion. I promise you, because in 10 years time you'll find my name in Australia. You'll find it somewhere in Australia. I promise you, in 10 years time you'll find me very in terms of legacy up there in terms of life. You understand that no matter what, I'm always going to be more successful. I'm always going to be much better than yesterday, because in 10 years time I'll be leading Australia into a better life. I promise you, no matter what. That's why tens and thousands of people every single day see my name, and in 10 years time you'll hear my name. I promise you. I promise you, no matter what, everybody around here is going to hear me around Australia, because I'll be the person who's Serbian and Croatian, although I'm born in Sydney, and understand I'll be leading the Balkans. I'll be leading all the Serbian, Balkan people and all the Croatians out there. You have to understand, you'll be a person who understands your heart every single day, because guess what? I'm here to create my legacy. I understand that no matter what I will, I'm doing it now. I realize no matter what, you'll be a person who has courage to stand up on the street and public speak for yourself, because I don't believe in Toastmasters. Because guess what? I did go Toastmasters, although it can help you, although you understand that Toastmasters will help you to speak on, or else they will help you to speak public speaking for 30 minutes a month. I do 90 hours a month of public speaking. I do 90 hours a month of public speaking. I do 3 hours a day. Or else you have to do too. You have to do that too. I mean, never limit yourself to 30 minutes of public speaking a month with Toastmasters. I need you to get up on the street and do 3 hours a day of public speaking. And that's 90 hours a month of public speaking a month. Promise you, that's even more. Promise you, when you're doing 90 hours of public speaking every single day, promise you, you'll work it out in terms of greatness. You have to understand that. Thank you very much, sir. You have to understand each and every single time you public speak on the street, you're going to have many people coming up to you and also looking at you in the eye. I can do this all over Australia now. I can do it on the beach. I can do it on the beach too. I can do this on the beach. And people are going to sit around and guess what? I'll be public speaking and motivating all of them. I promise you, that's the best, because guess what? I get to have a nice beautiful horizon, I get to have a beach, I get to have seagulls with me. I realize each and every single time I'm doing something better, I'm always increasing my confidence through my attitude. I promise you, attitude is everything. I have a better attitude than yesterday because you can hear my voice. I realize that's the whole point. I promise you, when you hear an audiobook, you're really listening to the vocabularies of that audiobook. I promise you, you never care about the information, you care about the attitude, because the attitude is going to give you something. I promise you, the information helps you, although you understand that my vocalities, when you're reading this video at 4 times the speed, you understand my vocalities is what you need. I promise you, it's really the attitude. I promise you, each and every single time you hear my vocabulary, in terms of my pronunciation and how I boost my attitude in this talk over here, you understand why I'm a public speaker. Because I do it for Jesus. I do it for something greater than me. I do it for something that's going to help me to grow. I do it for free. I never work for money because money makes you in misery. Promise you, money is never to be worked for. Promise you, money is given freely, and you give it freely through information. And you should understand that money is wisdom. And just go work for wisdom, because that's for free. Promise you, when you love someone, you love them freely, and you never ask for them to give you some money to love them. Promise you, when you ask for free to somebody, I promise you, when you ask for somebody to love you for free, and they say, give me $1, I promise you that person's worth $1. So make sure you get away from them, because money is blocking the unconditional love there. I promise you, when somebody doesn't want to share you around because of some reason that they don't know technology, or that they are never giving you love in the first place. You have to understand that you go and be a person today who's sharing more and more people, and you'll be also promoted. I promise you. You can look at Armin van Buuren. I promise you, Armin van Buuren has a radio show called A State of Trance. I promise you, he's always playing other people's music on the radio. Because why? Because when he plays other people's music, he's also going to play his, and people are going to love him more because he's sharing the music around. But you have to share people around. You have to share information around. You have to give your whole heart, and understand that when a quote you see is going to help someone, you go share the quote with them. I mean, share some information around, and you have to understand to go and be a better person for it. I promise you, each and every single time, you're a better person, you're a better person, you're a better person. I promise you, that's period. I promise you, what's period is become a better person today. You have to. You have to always do something better to increase your knowledge and skills in the planet. And do something every single day to boost your heart quality and give some more love. I promise you, the only way is now. I promise you, the only way is do it now. You have to understand, to live it now. As one seminar says, you have to understand, no matter what, you go and be a person who's successful today, and the only way you can be is more information. I promise you, the single most biggest difference between poor people and rich people is information. I promise you, rich people have more information. But you have to be richer and study and study and study and study. You have to understand, it takes more and more effort. Although you understand that you understand to invest effort. You just invest more and more effort. You never take anything. You have to understand it never takes effort. You have to understand that you invest effort. I promise you that it takes the same amount of willpower to be on the streets and homeless than it does to be very successful. I promise you, it's the same amount of effort. You have to understand to go and boost your quality of life every single day and do something every single day that's going to help you to move forward. You have to understand, you have to focus on yourself more. You have to have higher consciousness, because that's successful. You have to understand the higher consciousness means freedom and love and abundance and richness, and you can get it through information. You have to understand that information is everything that's integral inside. I promise you, those people who have integrity are the ones who are really showing up for it. I promise you, they're punctual. I promise you, they're people in the planet who have a Pokedex. And guess what? They're writing it in their Pokedex. Otherwise, they're writing in their phones every single day. Otherwise, they're writing about their story every single day. You have to always write about your story. You always have to understand to be in front of people and encourage them to live, because encourage has the word courage. So you have to understand, when you encourage people, you'll also gain the courage. You have to understand, that's why there are motivational speakers, because we all encourage you, and because we encourage you, we also gain the courage to do so. You have to understand to go and do that every single day. You have to be that kind of person who understands to lift yourself up to greatness. You have to lift yourself. And as Zig Ziglar says, I'll see you at the top. You have to understand, because at the top is where you must be. You must be at the top of your life every single day. You must be in the prime of your life. You must be somebody far greater than you are. I promise you, 10 years ago, I never dreamed of this person. I promise you, I was going downhill. I promise you, what changed? Veganism. I promise you, veganism changed. I promise you, I became a vegan at 26 years of age, and guess what? I went up. I went up all my life now. I'm always up now, because guess what? I'm never sure of anything, although I have the skills to grow. And here I am every single day to show up for 3 hours of communication, to grow myself in communication every single day, because I deserve to grow. I deserve to be the best in my life. I have to be the best, so thank you very much. You also have to be the best in your life. You have to understand there's always a better attitude that you can progress in life. You have to understand you're perfect the way you are, although you have to be better than perfect. You have to understand you're a work in progress right now. You have to always develop yourself. I promise you, everybody's perfect. I'm perfect, although I have to grow better than perfect. I have to be better than perfect. I have to grow myself. You have to understand everybody's perfect. You have to understand to be more perfect. You have to understand that being more perfect is to become better and better and better through information. You have to understand. You have to always give yourself more love and wisdom, and be a person of high intent, and be a person who is very much high on love. You have to understand, the only love you have is the love you give. Promise you, that's all you have in life. Promise you, it's the courses you've done. Promise you never ever work for money, because money is never going to solve your problems. I have 350 courses of 350 hours. Promise you, give it to you for free. Promise you, that's all the money in the world. Promise you, all the money in the world is freedom. So when you're giving for free information all your life, I promise you, I've got 5,000 courses of 5,000 hours of videos. I give for free. Are you going to go to the other person who's charging $14, or are you going to come to my courses? I give you 5,000 hours of video content for free. I mean, who's going to be more in life? I need you to understand, you go and make 50,000 courses of 50,000 hours, and you give for free. I promise you, I'll show you legacy. You give for free only. I promise you, nobody can compete with you with money. I promise you that freedom always wins. I promise you that when you're giving free information, you always win. You always win. I promise you that nobody will go to Tony Robbins when he's charging people for his seminars. I promise you, I'll do it for free. I'll do everything for free. Although you understand that Tony Robbins, I'll still give him money. I'll still give him money. You have to understand that the difference is, when somebody else charges for the same amount of work and you do it for free, I promise you there's a big difference. I promise you that everybody comes to the free guy. I promise you the free guy is I'm free in life. I have nothing against Tony Robbins. I love Tony Robbins. I love you, Tony Robbins. You have to understand though, I give you money because that guy can teach me. I promise you that guy right now is somebody else, although you understand that no matter what, he can teach me one of the best, or else he's one of the best in the business. You have to understand that the best, or else the best business in the world is the information business. I realize there are other people in terms of all my mentors. I realize Jesus can teach me the most. I realize the second person is I realize I'm after Jesus. I realize the third person is Tony Robbins can teach me something. I realize no matter what, I can teach myself more than Tony Robbins can. I realize that no matter what, I'm a person who relies on something greater. I realize that no matter what, you have 3 mentors right now. You have to understand that you go and do your best to make sure you're mentoring yourself and increasing your schedule. When you increase your schedule, I promise you it's your habits. I promise you I'll talk about your habits. I promise you your habits have to be better. I promise you that you can never remain a drug addict all your life because you'll die. I promise you I was a drug addict before. I promise you that I smoked weed for 3 years. I smoked some weed and I became a schizophrenic before. I promise you it's never worth it. I promise you what's worth it is never smoking weed, because when you smoke the weed you'll become a schizophrenic too. You have to understand. I promise you, weed's a drug. I promise you, I see what weed is. I understand what weed is. I understand that it's no good. I understand what weed is. I smoked it for 3 years. I need you to understand, you never ever do weed. I never need you to look like a gangster who's smoking weed. You have to understand. You never need to be the weekend in life. You have to never be a person who's doing drugs in life. I promise you, it's never going to help you. I promise you, I'd rather listen to somebody who's sober in life. I promise you that you never ever give drugs to kids either. I promise you that. Thank you very much. I promise you, no matter what, you understand they're making medical marijuana. I promise you, it's never going to help you. I promise you, it's never going to help you. I promise you, medical marijuana will never help you either. I promise you, the drugs never solve the problem. I promise you, they gave me full of drugs when I was on schizophrenic. I promise you that it made me fat. I promise you, never solved my problems. I promise you, what solved my problems is sobriety and veganism. I promise you, I had to go and study how to do so. I had to go and dive into it. Thank you very much. I had to dive into it to become a sober person. I'm a straight edge person. I drink no caffeine anymore. I drink only soy milk and water. I promise you, that's all I drink. I promise you, I just drink soy milk and water today. I promise you, that's all you ever need. I promise you, soy milk, you've got some protein, and guess what? It's excellent. I promise you, it'll give you a lot of courage. I promise you, each and every single day, you're a better person. I promise you, you're going to do something better to understand the food you eat and also the person you are and how to do much better with time management. You have to understand time management is key. And those people who have more time management also have more of a life. And you should understand to go and calculate how much you work in a 9 to 5, if you work in a 9 to 5. I never work in a 9 to 5, although I understand that I have 66 years of free time, while 6 years can be worked in a 9 to 5 for 15 hours a week. I understand that. I realize that I've got 66 years of free time, and guess what? That 6 years, I also embellish that, and I make sure I'm freedom all the way. You have to understand that no matter what, you have a nice, beautiful answer every single day to go and calculate your life into a better strategy. You have to understand your brain is a calculator. You use your heart the most. You have to understand you use your whole body. You have to overcome the ego that you have right now. You have an ego, and the ego is your biggest critic. I promise you have to understand that who you are today must be somebody who's overgrowing yourself. And you have to overtake yourself, and you have to be superior to yourself, and you have to be a better person for something greater. You have to understand, for something greater you do life. You do something for something greater all the time. Thank you very much. I thank you. I realize that each and every single time you're a person who does something greater, you're going to be a person who understands freedom. You're going to understand each and every time there's something to do that's going to help you to live your life much greater. I promise you it's in your heart. I thank you very much. I promise you each and every single time doing something that's going to help you, I promise you it's ideas that you need. I promise you need ideas, you need more information, you need to be a knowledge freak. You have to be a knowledge freak, you have to be a geek about knowledge, you have to understand knowledge more. You have to give more knowledge, you receive more knowledge. I give 3 hours of knowledge every single day because I deserve to live a life of greatness. I deserve to understand that you guys are going to be helped, and that's the main thing. Because guess what? After, when I understand I'll never pass away because I'll only be in the afterworld, although I help this world. I help everybody to live a freedom lifestyle because it's worth to increase your legacy. So you do it for free. You never do it for money, you do it for free. I promise you, your name can only get big like Mother Teresa when it's for free. I promise you, Mother Teresa gives everything for free. I promise you, go to search Mother Teresa today. I promise you, she gives you all knowledge for free. I promise you, her legacy is so big because she does it for freedom. I promise you have to go and listen to Mother Teresa today. I understand I'll do the same work as Mother Teresa, I do it for free too. I promise you, freedom work is Jesus' work. You have to understand, you go and do Jesus' work today. I promise you, Jesus' work is just go do something for free. I promise you, just do it for free. I don't care what you're doing, just make sure you're doing it for free. I promise you, what your passion is must, I realize it must be for free. Your passion must be doing for free. You must be doing your passion for free so you understand Jesus Christ. I promise you, it's never about charging for your work. You never charge for the Bible because guess what? You understand that Jesus never ever charged for his Bible. I never need you to charge. I never need you to charge for who you are. I thank you very much. I thank you very much. My freestyling is nice and beautiful, uplifting. I have to uplift every single day and make sure I'm always promoting myself so you understand that no matter what, you have to be a better person each and every single day. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you very much. I just make sure no matter what that you have some more wisdom today, so here I am giving you a more of a life. I thank you very much. I thank you. I understand that each and every single time that people record me, I understand, I let them go. I let them go because guess what? I'm already recording myself anyway. I'm already recording myself. Guess what? I understand that no matter what, I never cause trouble. I let everybody go. I let them allow people with paparazzi to take photos of me and understand that they need me in life. I understand no matter what, that I'm a person who has a soul. I promise you can never take my soul because guess what? I'm a person who has something of greatness. I have interest every single day. I understand when the negativity shows up, you boost negativity in positivity. You always be a positive person today. You always make sure you're always positive today. You have to always make sure you're lifting yourself and you have to understand what you're drinking today because most sugar is going to kill you. You have to understand no matter what, you be a person who understands what you're feeding your child and you understand no matter what, you always educate yourself each and every time because I never need your child to be dead before 20 years of age. I need you to understand to go and educate yourself and understand that McDonald's is never the way to go. I need you to understand that McDonald's is never going to help you to lose weight. I need you to understand to stay away from McDonald's and that will help you lose weight. I promise you. I promise you, you stay away from the KFC and Kentucky chicken, I promise you, you'll lose weight. I promise you. I promise you, I've never met a fat vegan in my life. I'm vegan. I lost 47 kilos by being a vegan. I need you to understand that you go and turn vegan today and you'll boost your weight in terms of healthness. You have to be a healthy person, you have to be a healthy individual every single day. You have to understand there's always a better way, and the better way is you. You have to understand, you're the better way today. I have to talk too much so I can grow. I realize that Jesus talks too much too, and guess what? We all have to grow either way. I promise you no matter what, every single day I talk too much because I live up to my talk. I understand who I am, I'm integrity. I have to talk, I have a mouth, I have a mouth to speak. I understand I have to give you some more love. I understand that I'm freedom today. I promise you, nobody can stop me doing anything today. I promise you, no matter what, you can never take my soul, as Above and Beyond says. I realize no matter what, be a type of person who understands positivity today, and you will get some negativity on the street. Although I've met 50,000 people in 14 days, and guess what? There's only been 5 negative people. Whereas no matter what, you can understand that the news is elaborating too much negativity, because there's only been 5 people who have been negative out of 50,000 people I've seen today. As I say, that each and every single time you do something much better for yourself, and you be a person of high intent in terms of ideas, and you understand that you'll never ever be a person who's in denial or sick, because you'll stay away from sickness and you never have to go to the hospital, because the hospital will never help you. I promise you, when you feel very stuck in your life and you feel worried, I promise you that's in denial. I never need you to feel in denial. I need you to understand there is no problems in life, and I'm just giving you ideas. You have to understand that when you're a person who is affected by my words, it's because you are affected by yourself. Because I'm only lifting you, I'm not giving you negativity here. I understand that those people have affected me, and I realize when they're affected about me, I realize they're just negative. I realize you just thank this person, I thank you very much. I realize that each and every single time when somebody gives you a nice compliment, you say thank you. You have to say, I thank you. I say, I thank you. I never just say thank you, I say, I thank you. I realize each and every single time, you're always more fitter, you're always much more stronger. You always be something much more. I'm always better than my words. I'm always better than who I am. And I'm making sure that each and every single time I promote myself in greatness. I promise you, greatness is being in front of people and uplifting them. I promise you, that's the best greatness there is. I promise you can be an electronic music producer and do the same thing. You can make sure to be excellent on the microphone. You make sure that you're doing something for free every single day, because Jesus did. I promise you, why do you have to charge for your work? I promise you, Jesus never charged for his work. I have over 400 courses of 400 hours of content I charge for free. You understand? I charge for free. I charge nothing for my work, because I do it. I'm always passionate about it. I'm always doing something that's really going to help me to live forward in life. I have to be forward. I realize when you're failing in life, you have to fail forward. You have to jump forward. You have to skip forward in life. You never go backwards. I don't need you backwards. I need you to go forward. I need you to understand there's always a better way than what you're doing today. I promise you, there's always a better idea that you can give somebody. I promise you, there's always something much greater than you today. I promise you, it's greatness. I promise you have to be greatness today. You have to understand I'm greatness. You have to stand to call yourself greatness all the time. You have to motivate yourself each and every single day, because there is something greater than us, and that's what we have to be. I promise you. I promise you, each and every single time you're a person who is offended by life, I promise you, it's because you're offended, and it's because you have an ego. You have to understand that your ego is the one who is offended. And you have to understand to become more aware and overcome your ego every single day, so you can become a greater person today for something greater. You do it for something greater. As I said, go be a great nurse today. I promise you, that's the only way to have a less denial life. I need you to understand that when you come and do a street performance, you do 3 topics and you do 1 hour each, and you understand that you have some variety videos, and every single video is going to talk about something and one aspect of life, and then you become something in that field, and you do it for free each and every single time. You give some knowledge to everybody, and you're recording at the same time, you're promoting yourself, and you have a nice beautiful show over here. Once you need a show every single time, I thank you very much. I understand that no matter what, you be a person who's increasing your I today. I promise you, I love you. I have a dream. I have a dream today to be better than yesterday, and here I am. Whereas I'm always better than yesterday. I'm always doing something better. I'm always doing something that's really going to help me move forward. I have to always move forward each and every single day, so I understand that I look people in the eye, and guess what? I never judge people for who they are. I never judge them, I just lift them. Because that's the whole point and definition of greatness. Promise you, if you need to be great today, you do it for free. Promise you, start today to be great, and that's it. Promise you, that's all it takes. Promise you, all it takes is a little bit of effort every single day, and guess what? You have to be a person who understands you never take anything from other people though, although you just invest a little bit of action. I realize it's a little bit of action every single day, and you make sure to do it every single time better and better and better, and you understand you're always going to increase your freedom capacity to understand there's always greatness in you. You're always going to do something much better. You're going to live better, you're going to look better, you're going to feel better, and you understand to eat better too. You have to understand you eat wisdom only, and you understand what I mean. I promise you, wisdom is what you need. You need more wisdom to become less in denial today. And you should understand forgiveness is wisdom. And those people who have wisdom today are the ones who are always more astonishing. I promise you, they're the ones who are inspiring. I promise you, they're the ones who are encouraging. Because courage is in the word in encouraging. And you should understand, to encourage people is to gain courage. And you should understand to always love yourself. I thank you very much. Would you love to ask a question? I thank you very much. I thank you. Although I got a high five, and that's a nice, beautiful sign, and you understand no matter what, that I get supported. I understand no matter what, you just keep continuing with your life. You have to understand, when you ask for free love, first you can always ask for free love, although you may get access denied. You have to understand that when it's access denied, you will just go and move on and live anyway. You have to understand that is the whole point. First, the whole point is, I feel amazing inside. I feel amazing and I'm enjoying the process as I'm going along. And I love the thrill of having tens of thousands of people walk in a tunnel in 3 hours, because it's amazing to have all these views. Promise you, it's amazing to be in front of people. Promise you, you have to do that too. You have to understand that each and every single time you love your life, you're going to be a person who's worth it. You're going to be a person who can do it every single day, because if you can do it, you can walk it. I promise you, if you can walk it today, I promise you, if you're walking today, you can do it. I promise you, you have to be that kind of person all the time. You can do it. You say, I can do it. I don't care what it is. I can do it. I can do it too. I just have to learn about it. I just have to learn the information behind it. I can do it too. I can do it too. You can do this too. You just have to learn the information about it. You have to understand that what you are is what you're doing today. You have to understand to increase your habits, because if you don't, you always do what you did in the past 5 years in the next 5 years. I promise you, you always have to always do something better for yourself, for something greater. You have to understand it's about understanding that whatever you're doing today, it's going to be freedom work today. You have to always encourage yourself. You have to be something stronger today. You have to always be something greater today. You have to be greater today. You have to understand to be greater today. You have to understand to be greater today. I promise you, greatness is in you. I promise you, greatness is now, and you have to do some action today to be great. So I promise you, it all starts with some. I realize it all starts with some self-promotion and also some beautiful communicational techniques to understand there is a greater life where you understand to be better. You have to be better, and no matter what, you're always the person who's doing something to encourage yourself. You always make sure to love yourself, and that way you understand you'll never be affected, because guess what? You just be greater. You're being a greater person today. You're doing something that's really going to help you, and that way you understand there's freedom in you today that you can understand to inspire people with it. You inspire people every single day. Inspire people through courage. Inspire people through encouragement, which is the same word. You understand to be sure about yourself more and more. You understand to grow more and more. You have to understand to be sure about yourself is to grow. You have to understand that growing is a way of life. And you should understand always to love and lift and lift and lift. You always have to lift. You always have to make sure you're a better person. You have to be a better person in the process of your love. You have to understand that loving yourself is greatness. You have to be that kind of person all the time. You have to be the type of person who's always never in denial. I never need you in denial, because in denial people are people who never forgive. I promise you, people who are in denial are only ego. I need you to stay away from egotistical people, because they are Hitler. You need to understand Hitler is a very egotistical person. And you should understand that you go and stay away from the drugs, because the drugs make people Hitler. And you should understand what drugs are. And you should understand that egotistical people do drugs. And you should understand to go get some wisdom today and never kill, because the Bible says thou shalt not kill. And you have to understand the only laws today are Jesus' laws. And you should understand you go follow the 10 commandments of the Bible. I promise you that's the best way to live life. I promise you must always reach more. You must always reach more to have more life in you. You have to have more life in you. You have to understand more energy is more of a sex drive. You have to understand the higher your energy, the better your life. I promise you, when you have sex, you only have sex after marriage. I promise you, that's the best way. I promise you, no matter what, you be that kind of person who understands when you have sex to make a kid only. I promise you, that means 20 times all your life. I promise you, although you understand that Jesus had no sex. I promise you, why? Because he delays gratification. And that's what a leader does. And you should understand, you delay pleasures and drugs, because that's all pleasure and it's all gratification. And gratification makes you weak. Promise you, when you have sex, you get weaker and weaker and weaker. And then when you need to have sex, I need you to have a kid. And you should understand, when you have kids, promise you, that's the only time to have sex. Promise you, no matter what. I realize many people are having sex over and over and over again without having a kid, and they're wasting time. And guess what? They're having so much pleasure, and they're dying and dying and dying. I never need you to do that. And you should understand that freedom comes in the moments when you're giving some more love, which is ideas. You're giving some people aspects of life where you've experienced something and you're living your talk, and that way you're going to live, because the only way you can live is by integrity. You have to be a person who understands to just do yourself, and you do yourself a big favor. Make sure you never go where people are very loud, because when they're loud, make sure that they are uplifting you, and that way you can go there. You can't go when people are uplifting you. Or there are many loud people who are very negative. And you understand that you go where positivity is, and that way you understand to be someone greater. You be someone greater every single day, to understand there is something great in you every single day, where you can always be better. You can always be better. You can always do something much greater than yourself. You can always make sure to communicate in a better way. You can always make sure that there is a fine line in your life, because I'm recording myself every year. I thank you very much. Otherwise, no matter what, every single time I always record myself, and every single time I record myself, it goes online. I do 3 hours of content every single day. I need to do that every single day, so I can become greater in myself. I understand I have to look at myself daily to become greater. I always have to do something greater to be a better person. I have to be a better person today, so I understand freedom. I understand freedom is doing your work for free. Every single day you practice and practice and practice and practice for 10 years, and guess what? You hit the fame, baby. You hit the inspiration. You became someone great. You understand? You're going to be greatness today because it's never about being fame. Probably it's about being for free. Probably it's about being freedom today. Probably it's about the freedom. And probably it's never about the money. Probably I never do this for money. I do this to inspire people. Probably you can only be in fame when you're inspirational. Probably you can only do that. Probably many people have fame and have no inspiration. Probably you have to be an inspirational today, more and more. You have to always be calm. You always have to understand that you have to be a smart ass, you have to be a person who's smiling at people, you have to be a smart ass like that. You have to understand, you have to be a person who's always understanding a greater way of life. You have to understand it's better to do in the planet right now than what you're doing. Probably it's compassion, probably it's helping people, probably it's something to do with something for nothing. You're giving some information for free, you're lifting for free, you're being a better person in the process, and you're learning your vocabulary every single day, and you're learning some information every single day to do something greater. You're doing something greater each and every single day. You're always doing greater. You're making sure that you're looking everybody in the eyes, because that way you're going to build some confidence, you're going to get some connection, and one view is more enough. I promise you that when people see your name, once is more enough. Because guess what? You have 7.6 billion people on the planet, and every single person has to see your name. So make sure you're promoting yourself daily and daily and daily, because I get tens of thousands of people every single day viewing me for free because they see my name, and my name is greatness. I promise you, your name is greatness too. I promise you, no matter what, you understand why I promote myself. I promote myself so I'll never be in denial. I understand that I've been too much out of the spotlight, and here I am now. I said I convinced myself to come and give myself an opportunity, and guess what? They rejected me too about the busking license. I realised now I have no permits, although guess what? I never needed a permit anyway. I realised I rejected them before they rejected me too. You have to understand that when you're a person going for audition, you never go for audition for anything. You just go give yourself an opportunity, and you go on the street and you never ask them to do it. As I say, you never ask people to do anything. You just go and do it. You just go be a leader. You go do something great. You go do something really inspirational. You have to be that kind of person today. You have to be that kind of person today that's going to lift yourself every single day. I need you to always be upbeat. I need you to have more energy in your life. I need you to understand that high energy is high sex drive. And those people who have high sex drive are delaying gratification. And you should delay sex more and more to have more energy. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you that when you have sex, you just have sex to have a kid, and that's it. I promise you that's the only best way to have sex. I promise you have to understand that your energy is everything. Those people who understand energy are going to be also the vegans of life. I promise you vegans out there understand how much you can increase your energy and how much you can lift people, because you have so much energy in a day. I promise you all I eat every single day is plant protein. I promise you no matter what, I'm always looking to see and get my energy up really quickly. I promise you I have so many foods. You guys can find me on my Instagram. You can find how I lose weight. You can find how I do results. You can find how I do structures in life. You have to understand that my structures in life are the best structures, because guess what? There's always a better structure. There's always a better structure, although I'll give you some ideas for free. I realize that no matter what, everybody has an opinion, and the opinion must be wisdom and teaching you something greater. I promise you I teach you everything greater in my Instagram. I promise you I teach you something to be inspired about. I promise you no matter what, you be a person who understands to inspire yourself every single day, and you never be angry about life. You never be an angry person. I used to wake up angry. I used to be so angry. I used to wake up and within 5 minutes I used to smoke 4 cigarettes and also drink 2 caffeine. I used to drink caffeine, Red Bulls. When I wake up, you have to understand that it's never worth it. You have to understand it's never worth to drink and do drugs. You have to be a person who understands freedom. You have to understand freedom. And thank you very much. You have to be that kind of person who understands to go and promote yourself daily. You have to promote yourself and be someone more special today. You have to be more special today. You have to understand that no matter what you're doing in life, you be confident. And when people are speaking with you, realize that you speak more in the conversation. I realize that, for example, you may have a wife, you come and do a street performance with your wife and your kids, and you start coaching people on the street with your wife and family. Probably it's the best idea, and also you understand that no matter what, you be someone of that intense. You understand that no matter what, here I am with my family, and no matter what, I'll always be here with my family, teaching people throughout life on the street. You have to understand that no matter what, my family is something greater, and that's what I work for. I work for something greater every single day. I do something much more than everybody else in terms of my life, because guess what, I always have to be a person who's doing something more. I always have to understand that no matter what, I'm a person who understands you guys have to also do more than everybody else. You have to understand, I have to do more than everybody else. I understand that is greatness. I promise you also have to do much greater than you are today. I promise you have to be someone much greater. I promise you it's not a competition, although you have to do much greater than everything in life. I promise you have to do greater and greater throughout time. You have to understand that it's really about leaving room for improvement. You have to leave 100% of improvement in your life. You have to understand to be a person who has always room for improvement. You have 100% of the room for improvement every single day. I promise you that's the best way. I promise you the best way is now. I promise you have to always be a person who understands freedom and luck is now, and your time to change today for the greatness of common good, to make common sense today is do it now and do it fabulously in a better way. You have to understand, you go beat someone much more in life. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you I've got no judgment because I give you information, and that way I'm only lifting you. I'm never negative. I'm never a negative person because I have high morals. I'm high morals, I'm a kind person, I never kill animals, I'm a vegan. You understand that no matter what, I'm a person who is straight and sober. You understand that no matter what, I'm always a person doing better than yesterday. I'm always a person doing something for nothing. I have to do something for nothing so I can become a better person. I realize now it's much easier for me, and so much easier for me to do something much more today, because I've been here for 14 days, and guess what? I've been here all my life, and all my life is so much time, and you understand that no matter what, I'm boosting my confidence, and that's the best idea. I promise you, anything that's going to boost your confidence is the best leadership technique. You have to go there, you have to go do that. I see a beautiful performance, I go and be beautiful. I realize a beautiful performance is you. You have to understand to be more beautiful, and you have a better peak performance today. You have a beautiful performance, much better than yesterday. I promise you, that's the whole idea of having a better schedule, and also having more integrity and more of a heart to improve your habits and push yourself with your emotions. I realize that when you're a person communicating each and every single day, you're communicating with your emotions. You're pushing yourself and your emotions and your heart to talk. I realize you're pushing your heart every single day to talk every single day and do more every single day. That's the whole point of living life. That's the whole point of living life, to understand greatness. You have to understand greatness today, because each and every single time you have to push your communication skills, and push your communication skills, and push your communication skills. You have to push it to do better. You have to push yourself every single day, because nobody else is going to push you. I'll push you through encouragement with my ideas. I'll give you my ideas, although you have to read. I've got over 350 hours of content. You have to go read. You have to go read. I can never force you. You have to understand, I'll give you information, although you have to dig in. You have to understand to eat wisdom today, and eat some positivity today in wisdom, and you'll become more of that. You understand? Because guess what? Positivity is going to help you. Thank you very much. You have to be that kind of person who understands always to be better than yesterday, and uplift yourself to understand that you be uplifting today, and who cares about others, and guess what? You be a person who cares about yourself the most, because guess what? I care about something greater. You have to understand, be that kind of person who understands there's always something more to do. You have to always be a more of a person. You have to be that type of person who's going to understand a greater value of life. I promise you, the greater value of life is you. You have to understand, you are the greater way of life. You have to understand, you are something much more. You have to understand, you are something that's going to help you today. I promise you have to help yourself today. You have to help yourself today. You have to help yourself today. Much more than yesterday. You have to help yourself much more than yesterday. You have to read more today. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you it's worth to have more inspiration in your life. And go and be inspired today. I promise you that those people who are getting up and inspired and really passionate are the ones who are really doing some more passion today. I promise you, your passion is whatever you're interested about. You can do it for free. You have to be happier. I promise you that it's never enough to be happy. You have to be happier. You have to understand, you have to be happier. Because happier people are increasing confidence. I mean, happy people just stay stable. You have to understand, to go increase your confidence today. I promise you, that's the whole point. I promise you, when you're happy, you'll just be happy. I need you to be happier. Actually, happier people are greater than happy people, because they're happier. I need you to be happier throughout time. I need you to have more consciousness. I realize that being happy, you say you're happy, I realize you just have consciousness too. I realize that when you have more consciousness, you'll be happier. Actually, that's the whole point. You have to be a person who understands to be quick when you're speaking. You have to be quick with communication, and you have to give more, and you understand you're expanding your context. And your context is doing more courses, you're doing more communication work, you're doing something more in terms of communication or music, you're expanding your context, you're doing some more passion work, you're doing something that you're passionate about. I'm passionate about this, I realize it's my name. I realize I'm passionate about my name, I'm passionate about my face over here. I realize that's why I'm here. I realize I'm here for something greater. I'm here for something greater, to make sure no matter what, that my name gets promoted in something greater. I realize that I lift you to greatness. I realize that's what I do. Because each and every single time, I'm a person who's always lifting. I'm always a person who understands I never get negative. Because when you get negative, you're not uplifting. Because I never need you to deadbeat. I never need you to just go and look at what other people are doing. I need you to go and look at yourself and what are you doing today. I need you to understand to go lift yourself. Once you ever go to other people with some information to give, you're only giving some information. You have to give some information, and you need mentors. You need people who are going to give you some information. Promise you need to be around billionaires to become a billionaire. You have to understand that it's a knowledge you need from billionaires that's going to help you. Promise you need the knowledge. Promise you that you may not like the person, although the person has rich habits. You have to understand, to go get rich habits, and to do that, you need more information. You have to go where the rich habits are. You have to go where the inspirations are. You have to go where people have so much help, and where they're coaching, and where they're doing seminars, and doing something that really is going to help you move forward. You have to move forward. You have to understand to go do something that's really going to be inspirational today. You have to be more inspiring today, sir. You have to understand that no matter what, each and every single day, you're going to do something greater. You're going to do something that's really going to help you. You're going to do something that's really going to inspire you to never ever be in denial. And I never need you to be in denial. I need you to stay away from negativity, although guess what? Never be a person who's mentally sick. I need you to understand that mentally sick people was me. I was a mentally sick person. I need you to understand that I never ever wrote things down. And that's why I was very sick, because I was too much thinking and I was trying to solve everything in my head. I realized that once I wrote it down, as John C. Maxwell says, and Jim Rohn says, and Tony Robbins says, and they're all saying it. Honestly, it's really just write it down. I realize you write your thoughts down. I realize I'm writing it down right now. I write it down on audio, write it down in a quote, I write it down in a book. I realize I write it down in a journal. I realize a journal. I write everything down in. As I say, I'm always writing. I can write 4 o'clock in the morning in my journal. I can just write about my day and how my day is going to look like in my journal. Because I can do anything in my journal. I'll never ever again write an ebook, although I write a journal every single day. Actually, my journal is my ebook. Realize it's my book of life. Realize that each and every single day, my journal is like Nikola Tesla's, although it's different. You understand Nikola Tesla left so much information behind, although you understand that is the same point of recommendation. You have to understand to go and leave more information behind. You have to understand you go and do something that's really going to help you. Realize that when you're studying somebody, you study them because they're successful. Probably that's why you study people. You study people because they're successful. You have to understand when you understand I'm here on the street, I'm studying everybody because I'm so successful. I'm studying how to be more successful in front of people. You have to do that too. You have to understand to stand out in front of the crowd. You have to understand to stand out is to be successful. You have to understand you go and stand out every single day, you do something more successful every single day, I promise you you'll be happier. Because you never just be happy, you be happier. I promise you I never need you to scratch me happy. I never need you to go do the scratchies today, because the scratching is never going to save your life. I promise you that any bingo today, I promise you that's never going to help you either. I promise you the stock market's not going to help you. I promise you that anything in terms of the financial advisors out there will never help you unless it's wisdom. I promise you need wisdom today. You have to understand that many financial advisors are never to be listened to. I promise you go and listen to Jesus today, because that's the only person you can listen to. I promise you that's the only person you go to in life. You only go to Jesus Christ, because I'm more like Jesus Christ every single day. I promise you. I promise you I'm more like Jesus Christ every single day. I promise you when you see a successful person, you go and study. You go and study, you go and study. You go and study someone who is greatness. You go study people who are following Jesus, because I've never met a successful person who never follows Jesus today. I promise you those people who never believe in Jesus, I promise you they've never been successful. You have to understand, you go and be somebody greater today, because guess what? I have so much mentality, I have so much vitality today. I have meticulousness to improve. I have something of leadership quality today, and guess what? You have to also. You have to be that kind of person who has meticulousness, which is leadership. You have to understand, you go be that kind of person who understands there is a better certainty in life. You understand that you must be disciplined throughout life. You must be disciplined to go and be metalicious, and also to be certain in yourself, to understand that to be security in life is to have something in you that says your greatness, and you must also expose that for yourself, for something greater. Because when I say it's for you, I mean it's for something greater. If they're saying, I always say for something greater, because I do it for something greater. I never do it for self-pleasures, I do it for something greater. Because something greater is always going to be something greater. And guess what? You have to be that type of person who is a divine being. You have to understand you're a divine being who is something greater. So go and do greater work today. It's really going to inspire you. Whereas you always have to do something that's really going to help you be in the heart more. You have to do better, you have to feel better, you have to understand there's always something more you can do to live your life greater. You be that greatness in you every single day. You understand that there's always greatness in you, and you're going to understand that you give more ideas, you give more ideas, you give more ideas. You're going to give more ideas today, you're going to give more ideas today, and you're going to give more ideas, and that way you're going to give more ideas. You're going to give more ideas today. First, you're going to give more ideas today, and guess what? You're going to give more ideas, and then guess what? You're going to give more ideas today. You're going to give some more ideas, and you're going to give some more love today. I promise you, because love is ideas. I promise you, give some more ideas today. I promise you, just go and communicate and communicate and communicate and communicate. I promise you, you're going to love and love and love greatness. I promise you, you're going to be someone in the heart. You're going to live here. You're going to live here today. I promise you, that's the only way. You're going to live in greatness, because greatness is this moment. You should live it right now. And you should understand that each and every single day, I do something that's really going to help me. I understand that no matter what, I'm a person who really does love life. I love life because I'm greatness. I'm greatness in life. I never turn my back on the crowd. Do you see what I just did? Because guess what? There are people walking, and I make sure to face them. Even though there's a cable where I may have tripped over, I make sure to know what, face the crowd all the time. Understand? You never turn your back on the crowd. Because when you turn your back, I promise you, that means a backstabber. You never turn your back on the crowd. You never turn your back on people. You look them in the eye. You look them in the eye, you be a truthful person. You be someone really who has a better posture. You make sure no matter what, you're always going to talk, you're going to be inspired today, and that way you're going to never be in denial. I promise you, go do inspirational work. I promise you, you are inspiring today because you're living. I promise you, you've got something in you that we need to hear. I promise you, it's your story. I promise you, need to give me your story today. I need to find out about your story. I need you to go and public speak about your story today. I promise you, that's the best way. I need you guys to understand to go and public speak your story today. I need you to give me your story today. I need you to give me your story. I need you to understand your story is important. I need you to understand to go and public speak your story today. I need you to write your story down. I need you to give me your story today. I am asking for your story. Realize that when I ask for your story, I ask for something great. I'm always asking for something great at night. Realize that your story is important. You need your story every single day because that way you'll be more improvement. I promise you, more improvements mean business. You have to be business in life. You have to mean business, and your business is your face, right? Because your business is your name, and your name must be great. You must be a greatness person today. You have to understand. You have to public speak it. You have to do some public speaking today, because guess what? You have to be a smart ass too. You have to understand that each and every single day you're going to be that in life. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in the next video because guess what? I've done my 1 hour. I love you guys. I love you guys. I hope you're sharing it around.